Kirk Hammett is an avid horror memorabilia collector, possessing one of the most impressive collections in the world. It's Alive is an incredible experience.
Well, the show is very unconventional, I think it's fair to say, and a surprise to see in a museum. And this museum, and I personally have always been interested in finding the unexpected, something with a surprising emotional impact, and also things you don't really expect to see in a museum. So the horror poster collection fits that model perfectly.
Dan and Kirk had similar goals for the show.
He spent his life collecting this material. He believes that it's under-recognized as real art, and I happen to agree with him entirely, that all of these artists deserve better recognition, even though we don't have their names. We don't know who they were because they weren't allowed to sign their work. But that just showing their work will be better recognition, and so he was looking for a serious treatment.
It allows you to appreciate the genres.
I think also the visual impact of some of these things is unexpected because people recognize these. They might have seen these films as a kid, maybe not the posters, but these little vignettes, and then to see that stuff come back, you say, wait a second, I know that.
Many of the works have also been inspiration for several of Kirk's own guitars. Dan has some favorite pieces within.
The Mummy is spectacular because it is so bold. That free-form sort of expression of lithography, the intense color. It was a very expensive poster to produce, I'm sure. Very high-quality printing, and just so incredibly engaging.
Even if you're not a horror movie fan, this exhibit has something for everyone.
I think there is largely sort of the unexpected connection. There are people who come into the museum to see something else, wander into this show thinking, oh, it's not for me, and then come out totally convinced that, boy, they saw something wonderful.
Working with a rock icon like Kirk, of one of the biggest bands in the world, Dan wanted to make sure he did a great job.
Well, I was very nervous, hoping that he would like it. We had worked together from a distance because he's on tour, but later on he told me he was just as nervous because this was his baby, and he wanted to make sure that the art, was given enough credibility and credence, and so we both breathed a big sigh of relief.
I, too, enjoyed exploring the exhibit.
I think I would have made a good Frankenstein, although maybe I'm a little too stiff. My life would have been a totally different story if my parents had named me Boris. Boris Kirby, bullfighter. The inspiration for this piece is what I look like every day before I put makeup on for the roadshow. The resemblance, uncanny. For me, things just got extra scary here at the exhibit. An elementary school field trip just walked in. I gotta get out of here.
Now that's really a cool exhibit.
And you recognize a lot of those old posters.
You know why I recognize it? I used to watch, it was called Creature Double Feature.
Yes.
With Dana Hersey of the Movie Loft on Channel 38 out of Boston when there were only a couple of TV stations.
WSBK.
Yeah, and they would have Creature Double Feature, and those were the movies they used to play.
And I'm not even a big horror movie fan, but certainly I could appreciate not only the collection, but just the amazing attention to detail within some of that classic artwork. Yeah. Well, this exhibition explores, of course, the interplay of creativity, emotion, and popular culture through 135 works from, of course, 20th century cinema. Now, a big thank you to everyone at the Peabody Essex Museum for their support. The museum is more than just this exhibit, though. Of course, they have many stunning displays, so you will want to plan your trip there ASAP. But if you would like to check out Kirk's exhibit in person, you have some time. It runs through November 26th.